So it actually started like maybe 5, 6 years ago. We actually had work on developing 2 games for consoles. So the first one was 99 Vidas, which was actually my first project with QUByte. After that, we released Vasara, which is a collection of games that were previously released to arcades back in Japan. So we decided to move forward and move away from those more traditional gameplays to Metroidvanias, which are more modern gameplay styles. We decided to move away from Unity at the time because we were developing games using the Unity engine, and decided to challenge ourselves into going, okay, can we do it with Unreal?
Mars is a very specific game inside of QUByte because, first of all, we like to make several styles of games. In our history, we'll never repeat a genre for a game. And Metroidvania was the natural advance of our technology and our knowledge, and especially our challenge for making games.
Metroidvanias are, in essence, a portmanteau of 2 games that actually created the subgenre. Metroid, which was a game released by Nintendo that actually brought to gamers, to console gamers, an experience that was non-linear. So the player could go anywhere in the game. They didn't have to follow a specific path to finish the game. Later in the 90s came Castlevania Symphony of the Night and added a few RPG elements. Both of these games actually created this subgenre that we call Metroidvania. And the reason for Mars to be a game like that is that we wanted to explore this idea of having a non-linear game, but also because we loved playing those games.
One thing that we love as a child was the 80s, 90s, and early 2000 action movies. And sci-fi was a very big common theme among these movies.
We decided to pursue the sci-fi thematic because we wanted to explore those things that we loved outside of video games, right? Because we wanted to bring a Metroidvania in the sci-fi genre, but also bring something unique, which is why we decided to expand the kind of influences we would bring into the game. So I read a lot of Philip K. Dick and Isaac Asimov, so those are great authors from the sci-fi genre when it comes to books.
I believe Schwarzenegger is a main inspiration for us, but Total Recall, Blade Runner is an excellent movie, and especially the Alien franchise. We love to watch it, and it was the moment that we came from school and have our pleasure, our main entertainment medium, so we want to bring it back.
Mars is a game that dwells into non-linear exploration. So you start in the role of Charlotte, which is our protagonist. She's like from a special space marine unit that receives a stress signal from Earth and decides to investigate what's going on. You have to explore this colony. The maps they open up to you, it's going to depend on how you explore it. So it's like there's no specific order for you to take your challenges. And in that sense, we created a game that would take like maybe 8 hours to complete in average, because it is a very large environment. And as it is non-linear, you actually can explore the colony your own way.
Mars have a very special feature that we want to make since the beginning. That's the mix of ranged and melee combat, and especially the kind of combat with elemental powers and the collection of elemental powers. And you can make and play the entire game with a whole different set of powers, with a whole different set of skills, so you can replay the game with different ways.
When we decided to bring Mars to early access, we wanted to collect feedback from the community, right? Because the most important piece of a video game is the player. So no matter how good our game is, in the end, it has to appeal to gamers.
The main challenge of that was to hear our community, our players, of not only what's working and what's not, but especially what they wanted to play, what they wanted to feel when they play our games. So we can say that we make a half game at that point, and the community is making the other half. That's the main challenge. Who to hear, how to hear, and especially how to deliver what they want.